Okay, it's the Southwest sofa, reconvening it.
Yo 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 blah 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 yo yo yo.
I didn't say we're watching.
Don't need to.
Don't need to now, but based on intro, you can guess what we're doing. So we're throwing it back because the UmberBulk here has not actually seen this one in the normal format that we've been doing it. So we're throwing it back to Clash of the Titans. Original Clash of the Titans. So what is this? Is this a BC?
Oh gosh, I've not checked. Sorry.
AD? What do you think?
know.
BC AD? I think it might even be AD.
Maybe.
What's
We'll check it and then we'll
after the so BC before Conan, AD after the Destroyer.
Destroyer, yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm sure the guys will already know, but we'll check and.
yeah. Okay. Anyway, but so I mean, what's interesting about this one? I did watch this about 6 months ago, so I will actually, for once, remember it. Mainly, well, I'm a little bit concerned how consistent my scoring's going to be. Ooh, you gave him a 4.6 last time.
But not created the scoring template yet either, so which
yeah.
is my next.
Oh right, okay. So basically, anyway, for me, I mean, we can't spoil this film. We know it back to front pretty much, I'm sure. But all I'll say is that for me, it's quintessential for me, like D&D movie. So like when I think of D&D, this is like what I imagine. Maybe not quite Greek setting, but this is kind of like maybe the Greek setting. I don't know, but for me, it's quintessential D&D. When I was a kid, like the stuff in this that blew my mind, and yeah, I think, and you know, I know we're doing pre-spoilers, but essentially, I think it probably contains like some of the best scenes in fantasy movie ever. I reckon.
Yeah,
for my book. But
I think for us as well, for like geeks and stuff. There.
Yeah, exactly.
D&D geeks or AD&D geeks, whichever thing there.
Yeah.
It's just got it, hasn't it? It's not. It is a little bit more mythological as opposed to fantastical. Yeah. But it's still got that fantastical thing there, just because obviously that's what these things all are, isn't it? So
sure. And it's, it's they say it's movies. It's not like Schindler's List, you know.
Yeah.
But for fantasy films of its ilk, it's for me, you know, up there. So
yeah. I think the only, as you say, I think the thing for it being kind of Greek based, kind of takes it slightly away from the kind of fantasy side of stuff there. But actually, then for me, that type of thing then tied into the fighting fantasy books that were was it the Blood of Athens or whatever it was? I mean, I love those, but all of those books, anyways.
Fighting fantasy. I don't remember Blood of Athens.
But it was a separate one that was a Greek
was it?
And based on Greek stuff as well. Yeah,
no, I don't remember
really
that.
Good, really good.
But you know, you look at it here. You got like legend lore. You've got Perseus there. He's got the Vorpal. Yeah. And then
and Toga.
And you've got well, we're in our. It must be said we are in our dress up mode. I'm wearing my Games Master robe. How do you describe this bad boy? What colorway is
dashing.
it? Dashing. All right, we'll take it. And you've gone toga.
I've gone toga, but still with stuff underneath. Don't worry, everyone. It's a thing there, so.
Yeah, fair enough.
But it is only a fitted sheet, which has made it a little bit more difficult to do the knots. So I'm being slowly strangled.
Fair enough. But like again, D&D, we've got Pegasus on the front. Pegasus. For me, Monster Manual 1. The second,
it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
The second printing or whatever it was.
Yeah.
For me, that Fighting the Dragons.
Yeah.
So there's so much stuff in here that's like reeks of D&D. You know, I've never, I think the Greek setting's fine for me. I think you can easily have like a Greek setting in D&D, and also D&D is a Frankenstein, isn't it? It pulls stuff from everywhere.
And don't most of us come into like when you're young, before you get into the D&D stuff? I was well into mythology and stuff there. So
massive. Yeah.
It was just because it was just really
the
cool.
Minotaur. You've got like Medusa,
Hydra, James. Looking for the Golden Fleece.
Pretty much.
Jason, sorry.
Most of the classic.
Let's jump each.
wrong one, but yeah, I mean, so many of the classic monsters from Dungeons and Dragons come from Greek mythology.
Yeah, and they just spread about the whole of the rest of the kind of D&D slash fantasy slash Warhammer, all that sort of stuff. They're just everywhere, aren't they? And they're just
absolutely
And in my mind, quite often, I'm thinking about stuff from, if I've got those particular ones, it's from Clash of the Titans.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for me, the two greatest, probably for me, like quintessential movies I think of when I think of classic fantasies is this one and
Time Bandits.
No, it's Men in Short Skirts. Jason the Argonauts.
Oh yeah. That's, I mean, again, that's just super cool as well, isn't it? Stuff there.
Again,
So.
that has some scenes in there that are absolutely pinnacle, kind of ingrained in my brain. Like when I was a kid, just like, whoa, that's amazing. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, we've gone 5 minutes.
Sorry,
5 minutes.
We'll be at the end of everything again. Don't worry. You can just avoid us.
As I don't know, Freefall probably put us in an annex at the end, like where we deserve to be. So if you got this far, well, bravo to you. We're already 5 minutes in, but we'll be better. Like for example, we won't maybe we won't consider any more new names for you.
Cute, man. I mean, I'm fairly happy. And the team seems to be happy. So.
To be fair, I struggle this week. All I can think of is like two. One that's really crass.
Okay.
And one that's basically been rude.
Oh, okay. We'll wait with bated breath.
Oh, really? Okay, I thought we. Oh, well, maybe we just skip them, man. All right. Okay, let's pause it there and actually watch the film.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. Looking forward to it. Rightio, dude. That was Clash of the Titans, 1981. BC, before Conan. Only just though, 1 year.
Yeah.
Or well, about 1 year.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a good fantasy romp. That was. We're just looking at the end there. There were like eight different animation of creatures.
Yeah.
So and they were used more than once. So there were a lot of interesting, great scenes there. Like I think I was saying to you before, I can't remember if we said on the beginning of this recording that like for me there's like one standout like scene that really almost thinks like almost the best fantasy scene in any of these films, and it's a bit of a tall call, and that's the Medusa scene.
Yeah.
So I think it has that really great atmosphere. But first of all, when I saw it for the first time, that animations just like stand out. She's crawling around. He's in the dark tunnels. He's shooting a bow. Like just all of that was, and you know, if you screw up, you turn to stone. So that was all super duper.
Kind of high risk, isn't it? It's high.
Yeah.
Thing there, so,
and then obviously he does the clever move where he lops her head off by using the shield.
That was a good move as well.
And I loved all the like the guys in that area that were dead. Like they're all looking over their shoulders. They obviously been ambushed. It was all I thought it was really good, like storytelling by just kind of building the scene. But yeah. Really, what about you, dude? What?
Just I think, as we said at the beginning of all of this, just a classic, absolute classic. Almost nothing to fault on it, to be honest. It's exactly. I've watched this a few times since watching it as a kid. I think we were saying it used to quite often come on at Christmas time and stuff like that. So it is one of those ones that you kind of saw a lot. So
exactly, I think actually interesting watching on DVD. I think some of those scenes that we were less familiar with, I think might have been cut out of the Christmas specials.
Yeah.
Particularly the milk caps at the beginning. We don't really remember that too strongly, and the sort of thing we might have remembered.
Maybe, I'm not sure, man. Maybe.
So there was a lot of action. So, but so I think there must have been a lot of. There could have been those edits, but I mean, Kraken scene, great.
We were just saying about the Kraken scene, just with. It didn't have elbows, but was it not supposed to have elbows because it was supposed to be slightly kind of tentacly-esque?
Yeah, because otherwise it's a bit apish, isn't it?
Yeah.
But and I think all the fickle stuff with the gods was really good. Like they're just like
douchebags, aren't they? They really are.
Exactly. So
don't wind them up in their own temples. I think that's if we can all take a lesson away from this, guys.
Yeah, that's right.
We don't do that.
Because we've just got to have one dreadful curse from the goddess. So no sooner we got through the curse of the one goddess, we're gonna call her out in her own temple.
After just chopping her son's hand off.
Yeah, she's such a minger. What? Actually, that's one effect I think is really subtle. The one where they obviously projected a face on the.
Yeah, that was good.
That was pretty cool.
And also we still quasi don't know how they did the footprints.
The footprints, yeah.
That's really good. I
have to Google that. Because I was wondering whether they had it in sandpit and they're pulling down, but that didn't work on that last scene. And whether they had someone with a stamper and they just stamped it down and then cut out like two or three frames.
Yeah, maybe. Don't know.
Anyway, we'll Google that later.
Just really good. Again, I think what a lot of people have said on all of these things, they've gone for a lot more physical effects.
Yeah.
And yes, there was stop motion in this, obviously, and stuff there. But it's it's not the bad CGI that is bad CGI. I mean, some of it was a bit ropey. But
this is it. The bits that were really good in this were physical effects. The bits that you can now see the edges of stuff. that was more like trying to
Yeah.
be CGI-ish, right?
Yeah.
But they obviously did that
But I
kind
think
of.
at the time, I don't ever remember going,
No.
although I was a kid,
Yeah, yeah.
don't ever remember going, oh, that looks rubbish.
Yeah,
It was just like, how did they get Poseidon under there to do that?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I don't know if your TV's bigger than mine and better resolution, but I was definitely noticing it more the whether it's been remastered and brought
Yeah.
because it's clearer. If it's a bit fuzzy, some of these things blend into the background. Because there's one bit with like the flying bulls from. They had the flying bulls from like Babylonian myths,
Yeah, yeah.
and that was kind of really like, well, that stands out badly, and it's not even really very good storytelling.
Yeah, that
So-
did look quite rough.
So I don't know, but overall, I did really enjoy that.
Yeah.
I think some bits I definitely thought were a bit long. Do I think it should have been cut? Some of the riding around and.
Yeah.
But then again, that's different pacing. But
That's what we said for a lot of the films of all of this era.
yeah,
They've got that kind of thing where I think a lot of the kind of co-reviewers have kind of said, oh, you could probably chop 10, 15 minutes off of this.
yeah,
But sometimes though, man, it's
yeah,
don't mind because sometimes when we got the more modern films that are super long,
yeah,
they're just packed to the gun all
yeah,
the way
yeah.
through.
I agree.
Whereas sometimes here it's just like quite nice, actually
Yeah.
disappointing this film if you know the film. Quickly dash out the cinema for a wee.
That's true. But you're right, because like my massive criticism of Conan the remake was that it was just one long like fight scene.
Did you say that about it?
Conan the remake, yes.
Did
I remember.
you?
I remember. I did a lot of fight.
I don't remember at all.
You could have interrupted me, by the way. You could have put me out of my misery.
I could have, but I was letting you roll with it, man.
Yeah.
You seem quite
I ran out of
excited
breath.
about it.
Anyway, so you're right. I think, but I think I was just like the scorpion scene, brilliant scene, but just why have we got this in here? It's kind of felt like
Yeah.
didn't really fit in the plot, but great graphics.
Yeah.
Loved it. Loved the actual fight. I think they should have put it in somewhere else, maybe in the I don't know. Anyway, maybe cut the doggy scene and put in the
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But I think I think one of the things that we're saying about him as well, because actually that does lead on from the scorpion scene, is this guy has no respect for his magical items. Like, absolutely none. Like, zero respect
You're right.
for stuff there. Because he's given it.
Yeah.
It's almost like he's not had to earn it.
Yeah.
Thing there, so he doesn't really care. Loses the helmet. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I just imagine being a DM. So you just gonna leave the Vorpal? Is that right? No, I got places to be.
Yeah.
Well,
Just roll him over and just pull it out, dude. It's not that difficult. Like all of us straight away would be like, right, what treasure he's got on him?
yeah, I was like, I think that XP's coming off, man.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
But you're right, he didn't earn it. So, I mean, I
Doesn't really
suppose for a
care.
film,
Just
he's
get his dad to just give him another one.
like the owl.
Like,
Just get an upgrade.
yeah.
I lost my helmet. Like that helmet would have been well handy in Medusa's tomb, right?
It's proper nepotism. It's really,
Yeah.
isn't it?
If he had that helmet, he could snuck up on Medusa and just like straight off with the head.
Straight away, just walked in. Didn't have to do anything else. Really. You didn't need the shield.
No, right. And you will know when to use the
Probably could use the
shield.
rusty spoon to take out
Yeah.
off if he was invisible.
True, you wouldn't need much. But yeah, the old, you will know when to use the
Yeah.
item. Just tell me, man.
Yeah. Or just throw it away then.
Yeah, true. Oh yeah, when it was boiling in the Medusa blood, it's like, quick, grab it.
Just grab a little bit.
Dunk it in the water.
Yeah. Even as a kid, I remember going, why would you leave that? That's not, because it's not even as if it was absolutely surrounded by a massive lake of really poisonous gorgon blood. It's just a little bit that come
Right
out.
on the edge. I bet that'll buff out, surely. You'd give that like little dimple you could look over.
Yeah.
But yeah, like his helmet falls in the water. He's like, yeah, I'm not looking for it.
No, I'm not getting my hands dirty.
Unbelievable.
Even though-
And even the Medusa's head, man, could have come in handy later.
Yeah. Instead, he almost kills Pegasus with it.
Yeah, that would have been a plot twist. Pegasus like dramatic reveal.
It just comes up by about 2 foot and then just sinks back down.
But yeah, man, keep that in the throne room under a blanket, and just
Yeah.
like if one of these gods pisses me off, out comes Medusa's head again. Yeah. All right. Should we give it dragons?
Yes.
So I think the thing is like I don't know why I gave it last time, but basically I'm thinking like there might be a little bit of like grade inflation here, but I'm going to say like Excalibur gave it 4.8,
You did. Yeah.
and I think that was a much more serious film. This is definitely more that fantastical in that fantasy world kind of thing, where there really are gorgons and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But I think it's got to be at least the same, right? I think for me, I know this film's so much better. I mean, Excalibur I've seen, lots of times in the past, but I've seen this a lot more. And it's like a bit like your Lady Hawk versus whatever else you had, where you thought, I like this, like Dragon Slayer, but I've seen Lady Hawk so much, so it's got to stand up to time. So it's definitely a 4.8 for me. If Excalibur's a 4.8, it's a 4.8. And I think if I had to pick one, it would have to be this. So I'm going to go 4.85, but I'm running out of room, man. When I'm going to get a 5 in.
Oh gosh,
I'm going big.
To be fair, though, this is the whole thing with these type of things, though. If this isn't getting a 5, what was it going to be? Like, it's a real tricky one, isn't it? Cause
I'm just holding the room, man, in case there's one.
Absolutely.
Like Jason the Argonauts, I love that film. So I'm just wondering.
Are you trying to put like all different films in ready to be played?
What do you mean?
You're trying to put throw out different film names out all the time.
Try to steer free for all into giving me Jason the Argonauts, which is a classic.
It is a classic,
but I guess it's similar animatronics and whatnot, stop motion. But I'm gonna give it 4 ancient dragons.
Colour again. We need to know colour, dude.
In this case,
I was listening to this and made me laugh so much.
I'm gonna go brass.
Brass.
Just because it's kind of like makes me think of like the Greeks. Did they have iron, or were they brass?
Bronze, kind of
bronze.
Brass. Yeah.
I'm gonna say bronze. 4 ancient bronze dragons and an extra mature bronze dragon. 4.85.
Wow. Okay.
I'm going big on it.
I love quite right to be fair, because this is it's so good, isn't it? I think there's so much that they can get away with in this by just going, gods are fickle. That's why he's got that.
I'm just going to move them around.
Yeah, and actually the thing that you just said there with the clay, kind of. Statues of everybody and just kind of doing their things. So
I love actually when they did the mutation on Cerberus. They did it as shadow. I thought it was a really clever trick. They panned away. So I think they did. I think they were thinking clever rather than just like we'll just. But I think some of the acting was. I think most of the acting was good. I thought Perseus was a little. was a little bit. I don't know. All these leading men in these films have to be a little bit. I don't know whether it's because they want to have the high action, they've got to have the contrast by having the leading men be a little bit boring, a little bit straight laced. I don't know, but rather than I don't know, too kind of flamboyant or whatever. Yeah. But anyway, what are you going to call this?
So for me, I think in a similar way, as you said before. So Excalibur, last one we watched and stuff there, one of my all-time favourites. This again is just a classic. It's an absolute classic. It's a different genre or a different aspect of the genre.
Yeah.
So again, I think I'm going for gold. Ancient dragons, because it was a golden short sword.
Yeah.
Purple.
Yeah.
So
gold.
And then an extra mature gold.
Extra mature.
So 4.9.
4.9. Okay, so this is on the same level as Excalibur.
Same level, yeah.
One more serious and kind of like could be in the real world, and one like Conan side where it's
for real. So, and I think so. We hit most of our bingo card.
Oh yeah, right. Cool.
So that's quite good.
I think even with the thrown weapon, I missed that.
The thrown weapon at the end, yeah. The only thing I would say is they did miss an opportunity in that in the beginning when he was going through the market for a little bit of needless animal cruelty.
Yeah, it's true.
So they could have done that quite easily.
Yeah, there was a good opportunity for some camel punching. Yeah, they didn't go for that. I thought there was one point there was an animal that looked like it was got a little bit boffed, but I can't remember what it was. Was there some? I thought there was something anyway. There's some dwarves.
Dwarves, yeah.
Yeah, some like dare-do climbing.
Yes.
Seeing with magic.
Yeah.
Special effects.
Yeah. Everything.
We've got our bingo card. No quicksand.
The metal edition.
Yeah, we didn't have like some super height and novelty headwear. Although they're all wearing their kind of fancy helmets.
They're cool though. They're proper cool helmets for playing there. So.
But okay.
But just this is for me in the same way to be fair for almost all of the films that we've been watching. I'd go back to this quite happily. Yeah. Quite happily.
Oh yeah. I'd watch this. I'd watch it tomorrow.
yeah. I mean this. And one of the things I think with this stuff, and I don't know whether it is just us looking back with rose tinted glasses or whatever. Yeah. this stands so much higher than the remake. I know you haven't seen it.
I haven't seen the remake,
but
no.
the remake is yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
But it's not a classic. It's not something. I'll happily watch it with you, just so you can kind of watch it,
I'll
and then
watch
you
it,
can
but,
get angry and go fight all the time. But,
yeah.
So
you know, they did miss one. They just did miss one vital one. It was like a glaring hole. Imagine it, like Pegasus as a Clydesdale.
Yeah.
That would have ripped.
Is that what they are?
No, we're not going there. Actually, why don't I even bring it? I'm trying to get you out of the habit. But right, so have we hit everything?
I think so, man. Apart from your other names.
Well, I told you one was like it was so crass that I don't think Free For All could put it on the air.
Oh dear.
Well, you could always beep it, I suppose. And the other was like a bit rude, frankly.
Oh gosh.
So like offensive, because like the thing is, like you're going for like, all right, I'll do it. So you're going for like the mass thing, yeah.
Yeah.
So like, I think people on the internet land might be misunderstood, because obviously you are former British powerlifting champion
Of Portishead. Yeah.
So you know. Anyway, so okay, here we go. So the one that was like too like just crass, or I was thinking income beard.
That's wrong on so many different levels.
Exactly, income beard.
I'm relatively happy to not have that.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm withdrawing that one before I even go for it. And the thing is, what's really annoying, I had one 2 weeks ago, and I can't remember what it is. And the other one here, like I said, it's plain rude. It's Baby Yaga's gut.
It's quite a good one as well, though, man, to be fair.
Kind of rude, man.
Yeah, well,
But like I say,
maybe,
man.
But he's got a hut, so he's got to have a gut as well, surely.
And true, the huts in Star Wars.
Absolutely. So yeah, I'm still sticking with the UmberBulk.
Yeah, well, this is it. So. You know what? I'm going to pretend that I'm going to keep it short, because I've run out of material. So maybe I'll just, as you say, I'm scraping the barrel here. So income beard, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Okay.
It's all about the protein shakes nowadays, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Right. Okay. So I guess we're done. Have we spoken? So that's.
I think Southwest Sofa has spoken.
Yeah.
Again, it's just one of those things that you kind of almost feel that people should have to watch this. It should be on at Christmas time again.
Yeah, they put it on, man. Put it on.
But yeah,
it's too much choice is the problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that is our highest. I'm a bit worried that every time we watch one of these, we just get in such a moment that we keep like going. Oh,
this is where I think we'll create our little tablet, so we know.
We'll normalise it at one point. Okay, I'm gonna hit it, dude. Right, here we go. In the can. Clash of the Titans.